Alright people, what's up everyone, and welcome to another reaction video for today, and it is a good day. Ooh, it's a good day, because, well, today's not a good day. Tomorrow will be a good day, because tomorrow we are getting that Nintendo Direct we've been waiting for freaking 9 months? Or 7 months? Wait, when was the last one? 7 months? Whatever. Anyway, it feels like 9 months. I think it was it February? 7 months. 7 months. And if I'm correct, wasn't that one, that one was pretty good, but wasn't like amazing. This one, they already said 40 minutes. Now, I don't know how long the February one, that one might have been 40 minutes too, but this one, 40 minutes, and I have a feeling it's going to be big. So I said, fuck it. I'm just going to sit here for like 30 minutes and think up a bunch of predictions. So let's get to it. This one is going to focus mainly on games coming this summer. This winter. We're done with summer. They better hurry up. We got about a week left. No, this winter. So from December to March, I guess, something like that. I'm assuming when they say winter, they also mean like in the next couple months too. I don't think they mean winter just exactly the season of winter. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff here we see that is gonna be stuff like coming next month, I have a feeling. So just gonna tell you, I have some predictions for stuff. Yeah, simple stuff for sure. Like things that I wouldn't be surprised to see. But you know what? Before we get to it, let me just tell you that I have this split into 3 parts. You got the obvious stuff, or not even obvious stuff, but the stuff that is either obvious or stuff that most people could see happening. Then I have the stuff that is not so obvious, that is hopeful stuff that will come out during the winter. And then we have the section that is the predictions for stuff that isn't winter. It's just the future, because they said it's going to focus mainly on winter stuff, but there's going to be stuff here at this show that will be not winter, period. So let's get to it. I'd be very surprised if some of this is actually winter stuff. I guess it could still. I mean, you have a few months span to get them out. But anyway, let's get to it. First things first. I think they'll mention Splatoon 3. Of course, it just came out. They even might mention some updates, maybe some free DLC coming soon. That'll be a quick little mention. I don't think it'll start the show. I think they'll have a big thing to start the show, which I'll actually tell you what that thing is later when we get to the... You'll see. Anyway, so that'll be cool. I think we'll get of course, we'll get a direct headlines, which is the one where they just like kind of rapid fire a bunch of announcements. Last time they did that, isn't that when we got like Pac-Man or something like that? And I think that was for the partner showcase, but we got like Pac-Man, we got stuff like that. Usually we get those for every Nintendo Direct, I feel like. So I think we'll get that here, which I really enjoy those, the quick little like, here's this game coming and it's a collection of games, here's this game coming and it's a remaster. Like it's always like small things, but hype worthy for sure. Last time I remember getting really hyped about those was when they had the Castlevania GBA collection coming, and guess what? I'm thinking maybe it's time for that Castlevania DS collection. I got what is it called? Order of Ecclesias, Dawn of Sorrow, and Portrait of Ruin. I did not just look at my copies to remember that. I remember that all on my own. You know, it's funny, I remembered Order of Ecclesia before I remember the other two, which were much easier to remember because you have Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin. Dawn of Sorrow is easy to remember because it has DS in the subtitle. Yeah, if you don't count of, which you don't normally do when you make an acronym, but whatever. Because everything had the acronym DS back in the day for the Nintendo DS games. Anyway, so this is something I predict. I think Castlevania DS collection, or I was thinking to myself, what other thing could get a weird collection in the future, because we keep getting all those collections, which I'm a-okay with, please. And Sonic just released a collection that wasn't the best, Origins, and I was thinking, you know what would be kind of cool if we got a Sonic handheld collection. So we get Sonic Advance 1, 2, 3, we get Sonic Rush 2, is it called 2? There's other games, maybe that weird ass JRPG that came out made by BioWare. I guess it was just an RPG if it was made by BioWare, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. So I threw that in there. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but if it does happen, remember your boy said it. And of course, following that, we're gonna get a new Sonic Frontiers trailer. I think that's gonna be obvious, right? Yeah, I say that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not there. I wouldn't be surprised if it is there. It's one of those things. Yeah, Sonic Frontiers trailer. Maybe we'll see some Tails, maybe some Amy Rose. You know, maybe some loving, you know, maybe we'll just see a live action version of that there's something about Amy series on YouTube. Who knows? Anyway, so Sonic Frontiers, I think that's going to happen. Advance Wars 1 and 2 will finally get a release date. My guess, January. I think that's a perfect time for that game. I think it's been long enough, and by the time it does come around that time, then I think it'll be even longer enough. Yeah. So I think that is finally coming out. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, which I'm very excited for because I love it. I know it has to do about war, but if Call of Duty can release a game still and they feel fine, then I think Advance Wars is okay. It's just I'm assuming it's just because they have war in the title. That's it. It's not Call of War, so I don't know. Wait, but it's a Modern Warfare. No, hey, whoa, fuck you. No, delay that. Anyway, yeah, Nintendo, delay it. Anyway. I think this one's going to definitely happen. Bayonetta 3 will get a new trailer. That's a game that's coming out, of course, next month. But I think we'll get a new trailer. I think we'll either get a new trailer or maybe just like, oh, there's a demo out or something like that. That'd be fucking sick. Actually, I hope that happens. But we'll get something for Bayonetta 3. We'll get some updates for games, of course. Nintendo always releases their games not complete, so they always later on complete them. They'll add a couple new things, and that's complete for them. So we'll have a new Switch Sports update. I'm not sure if they ever release golf or whatever, but I'm sure it'll be there in some form. I already sold my copy of Switch Sports, so I don't care anymore. I'm just not gonna play it. It was a huge disappointment. Mario Party Superstars, which was last year, but they did say we'll get more boards. I'm pretty sure they did. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that there. I play that every week with my cousins, and it's a fun time. And Mario Strikers, I think we'll get some DLC for that. I'm sure there's other games I'm missing for the updates, but whatever. There's one game I do have an update for later, but that's a bigger game, so I separated it. I think we'll get a new No Man's Sky trailer. I think maybe some gameplay, show it off, maybe. I think a couple of the past directs have had it. I think there was an Indie World that had it or something like that. No, that wouldn't make any sense. No Man's Sky Indie. It was announced at a Nintendo Direct, so maybe we'll get a trailer that comes out next month. So I could see that being like maybe in the headlines. Actually, that'll probably be in the headlines. So a couple of ports. Now I don't know what we could get, but like a No Man's Sky port is wild for the Nintendo Switch. So I always love going in expecting a weird port. Always a weird port, and I didn't think about it. I didn't even write down a guess for what we could get. We'll get a couple of ports, but there's gonna be one that's gonna be like, wait, what? You know? So I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm gonna say something strange, like a weird ass port that doesn't make sense. You know what? I'm gonna guess like Gotham Knights. Like that's not even on previous consoles, but I bet it'll have a streamed cloud version. That's my guess. Gotham Knights will have a cloud version on Switch. There you go. That's my guess. If I gave myself a little bit more time, I would probably think, you know, Call of Duty. Yeah, because a cloud version of that game will fucking work out. Yeah. My input dropped. Yeah, no shit, you're playing on the cloud, you dumb fuck. Anyway, it would be cool though in the future if we ever got like a Call of Duty collection for the Switch. That'd be kind of cool. Like an older Call of Duty game, like Black Ops 1 or something. Yeah. Shit, even Call of Duty 2, the original, not Modern Warfare 2. I'm talking about Call of Duty 2, which is still one of the best Call of Duty games. Anyway, so there's gonna be one port there's gonna be one port that people will be like, wait, what? And then you'll find out it's a cloud version or something. But who knows? Maybe there'll be a port there that is a full-on port, no cloud. It's just running straight from the Switch. Because like Life is Strange, last year's Life is Strange game, went to the Switch and it actually ran pretty well. Like that was kind of crazy, but. Anyway, I don't know. So there you go. No Man's Sky trailer, a couple ports. Briefly mentioned Mario Rabbids. We just had a trailer a couple days ago from that shitty ass Ubisoft Forward event. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a small like mention, maybe even in the headlines. I don't know. No, I have a feeling they'll have another trailer. It'll be what's his name? I guess that's part of the headlines. If whoever does the narration, is it Bill Trennan? I'm not sure. Talks about Mario Rabbids is coming and you should play it, please, or whatever. You know their narration. That's I think mostly in the headlines though when they do that narration. But they'll briefly mention it. Pokemon update. I'm not too sure. I put a question mark here. Pokemon update because sometimes they'll have a Pokemon thing at their regular Nintendo Directs, but most of the time they like to save Pokemon Directs for the Pokemon Central. But considering Pokemon, the new Pokemon games are already announced, and we've already had plenty of trailers, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something there about these games. Who knows? This one is actually maybe a little crazy, but I think we might get another Silk Song trailer, and I think this one will announce the release date because it's coming to Switch. Remember, it was announced at a Nintendo Direct, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see that with a release date or maybe a release window game like a February, or something like that for next year. Because I think we're gonna get it probably early next year is my guess. And then last thing before we get to the crazy ones is I think we're gonna get a sneak peek at some Xenoblade 3 DLC. So we already know that's coming. It's gonna be a big expansion. I have a feeling they're gonna show us some of the DLC that's not the big expansion first. Like, oh, here's some costumes or whatever. If that's not already out, I don't know. I haven't started Xenoblade yet. I haven't even unwrapped it yet. I'm still trying to finish Live Alive. Every time I have some time to play some Switch goodness, I don't have enough time to finish it. So, and that game just keeps going on and on and on. That game does not stop. I was like, oh shit, I'm at the end, baby. And then like the last chapter is like fucking, if you want to do all the stuff, which of course I want to because I'm an idiot, is like fucking 5 hours long. I'm like, good lord. All right, now let's get to some of the crazy predictions for stuff coming out in winter. 1, Game Boy Advance games coming to Switch Online. I'm saying right here, it's happening. It's happening. And they're going to say it's happening. And they're going to announce a bunch of games coming launch. I'm going to say October will be the launch for this Game Boy Advance games. And guess what? The launch will be very disappointing. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to have a Zelda game. It'll have Minish Cap. What else? What else big there? It's going to have a couple games that are pretty big, but then everything else is going to be like, what? Tony Hawk? What the fuck? Like, the Tony Hawk games on GBA are pretty good, but that's not what we want. Like, we want Metroid. We want... They'll never release Pokemon, but we want Pokemon, Now, I know it would make more sense if they released Game Boy before Game Boy Advance, but I think there's been some rumors about Game Boy Advance happening, so maybe it could be Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance coming all at the same time. And if that's the case, then expect Game Boy to be the first thing, and it's going to be very disappointing lineup. So anyway, Game Boy Advance games is what I'm looking forward to the most. So that'll be kind of cool. This one, I could see this one actually finally happening. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD, either a bundle or separate or whatever, or maybe they'll be announced individually. So maybe Wind Waker will be first and then Twilight Princess. I don't care. I just really, really want to play Twilight Princess again. I really do. Skyward Sword was a disappointment last year. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't really like the controls for either version, with the Joy-Cons, which is weird because I never had a problem with the Wii controls. I never did. The Wii Motion Plus I thought worked very well for that game. And I had nothing but problems with the Joy-Con controls and the stick controls. I wish they just said, fuck it. Let's just make it so that you don't need to do any, like, they'll have to rework the entire game though, I know. But I love that game. But if I ever play that game again, I'd rather just play it with Wii controls. But Twilight Princess, you don't need to worry about that because it was a GameCube game also, and that's how I played it, luckily, because later on I played it on the Wii and I didn't like it on the Wii. Just the waggle and shit, it's just not, I didn't like it. But I did play it originally on GameCube, but then later on I played a little bit on Wii. I probably played like halfway through on the Wii, just because I'm like, oh, I got the Wii and I got Twilight Princess, it might be fun to play this game again. And Wind Waker I love too. I never finished it on the Wii U, but if it's just a port of the Wii U version, which looks incredible, that's good with me. Twilight Princess HD, I would rather them kind of rework that, because I didn't think that HD remake or remaster was all that amazing. But yeah, I mean, I'll just take it at this point. I'll take the original version. I don't give a fuck. All right, so that might happen. A classic series returns. This is what I wrote. I wrote this because I don't know exactly what it'll be, but there's going to be something. Konami's already announcing, I don't know when they're going to reveal this, but sometime maybe this week or next week, they're going to announce something at, oh no, it's at Tokyo Game Show, so it has to be this week, right? Because it's at the end of the week. They're going to announce something, a new game in a series that people really want to see. Everybody thinks Silent Hill, but I'm thinking maybe Nintendo's going to have it first, and I'm thinking maybe a brand new Castlevania. Oh shit. If not, then I'm thinking maybe like a Mega Man game, which would be weird because Capcom's also doing a thing in a couple days. This would be the first time where a big thing got announced at another event, even though it should have been announced at, you know, the event that the makers of the game were having, you know, a few days later. It wouldn't be the first time. I think Square Enix did that shit, and Bethesda's done that in the past before. Before even being bought out by Xbox. I remember they announced Fallout 76, I think, at an Xbox thing. Before they announced it at their own thing, which was weird. Even though I think that game was actually probably announced before in like a press email or something, but they showed it before they showed it at the Bethesda press conference at Xbox. There's been times like that. So a classic series returns. What is it going to be? I don't know. Who knows? It's got to be one that hasn't had a game in a little while. Now, technically, Mega Man had a game like, what, 3 or 4 years ago? But you know what I mean. Like something we're not expecting. Yo, Billy Hatcher returns. Let's go. Metal Gear Solid. I don't know if anybody will like that without Hideo. Who knows? And my last prediction for the winter, crazy prediction for the winter, is a surprise Smash reveal of some sort. I know, very vague, but I have a feeling they're going to have something Smash related. Maybe not character. I don't know. I really don't. I can't even tell you what. But I'd be very surprised if Smash is over. And I'll be surprised if we see it here too. But for future reference too, I am very surprised if Smash is over. So if they ever announce a new Smash thing, remember, your boy Gore predicted it, even though it's the fucking most obvious prediction you could ever make. Because even without Sakurai, there's no way Nintendo won't have something Smash related in a way. You know, maybe a new fighting game series, something like that. I don't know. So there you go. That's all of the winter guesses I have. Now let's get to the above and beyond. So because we got 5 things here, okay? One thing I think is pretty much confirmed. I think it was leaked a little while ago, and that is a brand new Fire Emblem game. Now, I could see this one maybe releasing in winter, maybe like a February or March, but I have a feeling this one's going to be like mid next year. New Fire Emblem game. I don't know anything about it, honestly, and I'm glad there's a new Fire Emblem game because I know Three Houses is amazing, but like at this point, it's like if you want to get everything done in that game, you're going to be spending a couple hundred hours. I just don't have the time for it, so I'm glad there's a new one so I could just play that one. So hopefully that has nothing to do with Three Houses. If it's called Four Houses, I'm fucked. Yeah, so new Fire Emblem game. It's happening next year. We know that for sure, and it's happening. Period. We know that also because it got leaked. I think there's some screenshots. I didn't look at them, but yeah, new Fire Emblem game. I'm excited for that. Even though I didn't play Three Houses. Technically I did. I only got about 8 hours in, which is fucking nothing. But yeah, I played Awakening. I played Birthright. I didn't play Conquest. I played the GBA games. I never really played a lot of the GameCube game, I don't think. I definitely didn't play the Wii game. Anyway, so Metroid Prime 4, baby! It's happening! It's happening. They're showing it. They're showing it. Mark my words. If not Metroid Prime 4, we will see something Metroid related. Maybe a new 2D platformer. Maybe a collection of some sort. Metroid Prime collection. There will be something Metroid related at this press conference. And I swear to God, if they say, we got a Metroid, we got a new Samus amiibo, I'm going to punch the screen. But I will also still be right because it's Metroid related. All right. So next, Breath of the Wild 2 update. I think that's a big yep. I think it might even end the show. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention. I think the new Fire Emblem game will open the show. I forgot to mention that. I think that will open it. Anyway, back to it. Breath of the Wild 2. I think this is like a obvious prediction. Like not that it's gonna definitely happen, but it's obvious to make this prediction because people are going to want it. So I'm gonna say it will happen. There will be a nice trailer for it. I'm hoping we'll get an amazing trailer like we did for the original game. Remember that fucking one amazing trailer that was at the Nintendo Switch presentation or whatever a couple months before it came out? Oh my god, it's still one of the best video game trailers ever. But anyway, I'm super excited for Breath of the Wild 2. I love Breath of the Wild 1, obviously. Everybody does. And yeah, so I'm clamoring to get into that Hyrule, baby. So I think we'll get an update of some sort. Now, we're getting into the serious shit, okay? This is serious, okay? The Mario Brothers movie. We are 100% getting some updates on the Mario Brothers movie. It was supposed to come out December. That got axed. Avatar scared him, I guess. And I doubt that. But So they moved it to, I think, February or something like that. So we're getting it next year. It's 5 months away. I think it's February. I could be wrong. A few months away, let's say. And that is a winter thing, by the way. It's not game. It's game related, but not game. But it is winter related. And I think we're going to get our first look. I don't know if it's going to be a trailer exactly, or it's going to be like a teaser or something like that. Here's my prediction. Chris Pratt will surprise. People will be like, whoa, Chris Pratt really brought it. He really brought that performance. That performance is good. That's a good ass performance. Good job, Chris Pratt. You nailed it. I have a feeling people are gonna really like his performance. He's gonna be like, "It's a me, Mario," like that one video he made where he announced he's Mario. I'm excited. I really am. I'm so like everything else can go fuck off. Breath of the Wild, I don't care. I want to see this fucking Mario movie trailer mainly because I want to hear Chris Pratt's fucking voice. I want to see what it looks like too. Obviously, it's gonna look like just CG animation. It's just gonna look like Mario. I'm sure it will. But yeah, I just want to hear Chris Pratt's stupid voice come out of Mario's face. I just want to hear it. I want to hear it. And then the last thing they'll do, I think they'll talk about the Mario Bros. Movie. They'll even bring out Miyamoto. He'll be like, "Hey, what's up? It's a Miyamoto. It's a Miyamoto." And then he'll say, "Wait, we got one more thing," and then he'll snap his fingers or that shit. Steve Jobs will come back from the grave and try to stop anybody for saying we got one more thing because he knew it was a fucking mistake because now everybody does it. Even though I like it, don't get me wrong. And it's gonna tease a brand new Mario game. Brand new. It's been too long. It's been almost 5 years since Mario Odyssey. And sure, we've had some Mario things here and there, obviously. We've had a lot of Mario things here and there, but not a straight up 3D platformer. We've had ports, we've had Mario Parties, Mario Strikers, Mario Golf. We've had all this shit. We need a brand new game. I think they're going to tease it. That one ain't coming until like late next year, but they'll tease it. Tease the tits. And there you go. That's my predictions. There's a couple other things I'm sure I could have predicted. Maybe there'll be like an Animal Crossing update or something like that. Because I think they were saying they want to support that game a little bit more. But yeah, that is that. I hope you enjoyed my predictions. I know a long one, more than half of the length of the direct that will happen tomorrow. But what are you going to do? Should we go through them real quick again? Here, I'll do a recap. Recap real quick. Splatoon 3 will get a mention and updates for the future will be detailed. Direct headlines featuring some really sick shadow drops, including maybe a Castlevania DS collection and maybe a Sonic GBA and DS collection. I don't know. Sonic Frontiers will have a new trailer. Advance Wars 1 and 2 release date in January. Bayonetta 3 new trailer. Maybe a demo release. Updates for games like Switch Sports, Mario Party Superstars, Mario Strikers, Animal Crossing, stuff like that. No Man's Sky trailer. That one might happen more in the headlines. Couple of ports that we'll get. Some weird ones. My guess was Gotham Knights will get a weird cloud port that nobody will play. Briefly mention Mario Rabbids. We just had a trailer a couple days ago, so they might not show too much of that, but they'll mention it because it's Mario and Rabbids. That's another Mario game right there. Pokemon update of some sort. If it's not the new game, maybe it's something. I don't know. They'll mention Pokemon some way. Silk Song trailer, release date trailer, possible. Xenoblade 3 DLC sneak peek. Game Boy Advance games. That'd be sick. Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games announced finally. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD bundle. That'd be sick. Or just them sold separately. A classic series returns. Will it be Castlevania? Will it be Mega Man? What else will it be? Pocky and Rocky? I don't know. Will it be, who knows? Billy Hatcher? It's not a series, but it could be. Something classic will return. A surprise Smash reveal of some sort. No characters or anything, I don't think. But like something Smash related will be at this direct, I think. They'll mention it. They'll say, hey, Smash is cool, and then they'll go on with the day. That's a reveal. I didn't know they thought it was cool, so I'll take that as a victory. And then we get into the ones that aren't for the winter. We got a new Fire Emblem game. I think that'll start the show. Metroid Prime 4 maybe, or a collection of some sort. I think it's been long enough. Metroid Prime 4, baby. It's been 5 fucking years since they announced it. Breath of the Wild 2 update. Hell yeah. Mario movie trailer. Ooh. And then at the end, they'll tease a brand new Mario game. And that is that. That's my predictions. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, whoops. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will be live streaming the reactions, of course. And that's that. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Till next time. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.